Hello everyone, Charles here to share with you about excellent Asian films. Today I want to recommend the South Korean film The Way Home, which was released in 2002. It tells the heartwarming story of a grandmother and her city-born grandson who comes to live with her in a rural village. The story begins on a summer morning when 7-year-old Sang-woo's mother takes him to his grandmother's house. They take a train, a bus, then walk through winding mountain roads, and finally arrive. As a single mother, Sang-woo's mother has to leave him at his grandmother's house temporarily to facilitate her job search. The 78-year-old grandmother cannot speak or read, and Sang-woo, who has been living in a world of Coca-Cola, video games, and ice skates, is at first unable to adapt to the countryside life, where there are no video games and batteries. He begins to show his discontent by stealing his grandmother's silver hairpin and selling it to buy batteries. One day, Sang-woo, who wants to eat fried chicken, finally succeeds in communicating his wishes to his grandmother through various gestures, but she only understands the chicken part of his message and makes stewed chicken. Sang-woo gets angry and overturns the rice bowl. The only thing grandma does during all this is using hand gestures to say sorry. But a child's anger doesn't last all night. Sang-woo couldn't resist his hunger and finished, one bite after another, his grandmother's carefully cooked chicken. The next day, when the sun is already high in the sky, Grandma was still in bed. It turns out that she has a fever from going to the market in the rain the previous day. Sang-woo covers his grandmother with a few quilts and puts together a meal, and thus, the relationship between the grandparent and grandson begins to warm. Grandmother quietly tolerates everything about her grandson, and gradually, Sang-woo realizes his grandmother's love and begins to enjoy life in the countryside. In 2 months, the grandson's feelings for his grandmother goes from rejection to attachment, and this change is shown through their interactions. After Sang-woo's mother's financial situation improves, she decides to take Sang-woo back to Seoul. Sang-woo is worried about his grandmother living alone in an old house and teaches her how to write letters. The first letter he teaches her to write is, "I miss you," and the second is, "I am sick." As the bus slowly drives away, the grandson runs to the back window of the bus to wave to his grandmother, who walks back home. Seeing a card with childish drawings and words left by Sang-woo at the house, his grandmother begins to weep. The movie was shot by the director based on her own memories and is a gift to her own grandmother. The actors are almost all amateur actors. The actor who plays the grandmother has lived in the mountains all her life and doesn't have any acting experience. The actor who plays the young grandson also has very little acting experience. The rest of the actors in the film are all local villagers. The film tells the story of ordinary and simple life, without traces of fiction and overly forced dramatic scenes. It shows us the beautiful and heartwarming moments between family members. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.